Hey, how's it going, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and welcome to the update for Sunday's card, February 18th, 2024. Get to my free play in basketball in just a moment. So far this weekend, 5-1 in college basketball. That's the good news. The bad news is I had Rice, and that was a tough beat. They covered the entire 40 minutes of regulation, getting 4.5 to 5 points, depending on when you got the number. 4.5, 5-point underdog covers the entire 40 minutes, halftime, end of regulation. They get outscored 14-3 in overtime and lose by 11. It's how close we were to being 6-0 this weekend in college basketball. We'll look to cash again, though, on Sunday and go to 6-1. I do have a top dog game of the week on Sunday, and I do like this play. It's on my homepage over at Doc Sports. It's my only college basketball premium play today, and again, it is a top dog game of the week. Also wanted to mention that the NASCAR season kicks off today, hopefully, weather permitting. And I do have a mismatch in NASCAR, the Daytona 500, the Great American Race, of course, kicking things off. Since coming to Docs and bringing NASCAR along with me, I'm 165, and I'm up over $12,100. If you've been on board, it's been a heck of a nice run the last few years over at Docs with NASCAR. I started handicapping NASCAR way back in the mid-'90s when I was doing the Stardust Line radio show, co-hosting these Saturday night versions. So we'll look to keep it going. If the race does get postponed on Sunday, the play that I'm releasing on Sunday morning will carry over to Monday's makeup day. So you can obviously grab the play on Sunday morning. And of course, that race going off anywhere between 11:30 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Pacific on Sunday. That's the plans if weather permits. All right, let's get to the free play for today. UCLA hosting Utah. The Bruins laying 2.5 in this one. Game time 7 p.m. Eastern. In fact, I'm looking at like 18 to 20 books on my line service, and everyone has the Bruins at 2.5. These two teams have gone in the opposite direction since they met back in mid-January. UCLA got blasted up in Salt Lake, 90-44 by Utah, and that loss dropped them to 6-10 on the year. Mick Cronin looked like he was going to lose it on the sideline. He's got a young team, and boy, they just weren't responding. But since then, that was like a wake-up call for this squad. Since that game, since that 46-point loss, they've won 8 of their last 9. They've won 6 in a row. The only loss in the last 9 games came against Arizona. You can't be ashamed of losing to Arizona by single digits. But listen, that 46-point humiliating defeat has ignited this team. They've played better on both ends of both offense and defense since then, and they're not making young mistakes. Now, as far as the Utes, they've covered 6 of the last 21 as a road dog or pick over the past 3 seasons. They were outscored in those games by 10 points per contest. They're also 0-6 straight up and against the spread this year on the Pac-12 road. They've lost those games by almost 15 points per game. I like UCLA to gain a measure of revenge. The Bruins, minus the couple of points here over Utah on Sunday. And again, check it out if you want to jump on board. One play in today's college baskets. It is a top dog. And then also NASCAR, the Daytona 500. If you like the videos, click on the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Let's put them in the win column, everybody.